First impressions are everything, especially in a job interview. If you're watching this video, fingers crossed that you have an amazing interview coming up and you're looking for some insider tips and tricks on impressing the hiring manager. Well, friend, you've definitely landed on the right video. My name is Nelly and I'm on the careers team here at Metaintro, where it's my job to help you land your next job. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Make sure to drop a wave emoji in the comment section so I can say hello. In this video, I'm going to share some insider tips from the Metaintro team to help you stand out in your initial interview. These tips were designed in a generic way so that it won't matter what type of interview you're going on, like technical, non-technical, senior, junior, etc. They'll impress the interviewer no matter what. I'll also probably make a second video as to tips and tricks on how to stand out even more in the later rounds of interviews. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified as to when that happens. And of course, if you have an interview coming up, let me know in the comments below and feel free to share any specific concerns so I can help you directly. Now let's get into it. 5 insider tips, starting with tip number 1. And I know this may seem obvious, but I really do promise that this will help you a ton right off the bat. You have to research the company. No, you don't have to know the entire history of the company from beginning to end, but you should know the basics. Was the company in the headlines lately? Did the company just recently pass any big milestones? What's their mission statement? And most importantly, what's their product and what customers do they have? Here are a few different websites that you can quickly use to research the company: Crunchbase.com, Glassdoor.com, and Apollo.io. Make sure you put into your pocket just 3 to 5 bullet points on the company so that you have talking points in the interview. Those talking points can be as simple as, I saw you were recently in the news for XYZ. Can you tell me more about that initiative? All right, moving on to number 2, having a clear professional elevator pitch. Having a 30-second elevator pitch that summarizes your work experience and your future goals is important. It's important that it's concise and impactful. But how do you create an elevator pitch? I'm going to quickly break to Lacey, our CEO, who is going to show you how to use ChatGPT to create an elevator pitch for yourself. Take it away, Lacey.
Hey everyone, Lacey here from Metaintro, and today I am going to show you how to create a elevator pitch using ChatGPT and your resume. All right, so today I'm using just a template resume from Canva. Canva has a bunch of really good templates. I suggest checking out canva.com/resumes and picking from a bunch of templates if you are looking to recreate your resume. But so I picked out a random resume here for somebody that is a marketing manager, and the task here today is to use ChatGPT to create a 30-second or less elevator pitch using just these 2 tools. So what I'm going to do is zoom in here. This individual is a marketing manager. They have their summary right here. As you can see, this is very much a template. They have their work experience here, some references, skills, languages, education, all of the good stuff that you need on your resume. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this part right here, this summary, copy it, and I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, I have an interview coming up for a job. And I would also tailor your elevator pitch to the job that you are interviewing for, just so that it's relevant to that job. So in this instance, let's say this individual has a job interview for a marketing role that's coming up. So let's see, for a job for a marketing manager job, create a 30-second or less elevator pitch that I can use in the interview. Here's my resume for reference. So we're going to copy and paste that summary section. I'm also going to copy and paste some of this. If this was exported as a PDF, you'd be able to just copy and paste everything, but we're going to do it one by one here. Oops. And one more. You want to give the ChatGPT as much context as possible because you want to make sure, obviously, that your elevator pitch is as in-depth as possible. All right, skills, we'll put that in as well because that's important to your elevator pitch. And languages, why not? All right, let it do its magic. I'm a dynamic marketing manager with over a decade of experience crafting and executing data-driven strategies that drive customer acquisition and elevate brand positioning. I have a proven track record of managing cross-functional teams, optimizing ROI across digital and traditional channels, and consistently delivering campaigns that align with business goals. My expertise spans SEO, social media, paid media, email marketing, with a strong focus on performance metrics and continuous improvement. I'm passionate about creating innovative marketing strategies that highlight and deliver real results and lasting impact. So this is fantastic. However, the likelihood that you would remember this word by word in a job interview or that it would sound natural is like 0. So unless you have a great memory, then 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrestle a little bit with the ChatGPT to give me something that sounds a little bit more authentic and genuine so that when I'm, let's say in this case, I'm in this job interview, it sounds real and something that ChatGPT didn't make up. So what I'm going to do is go here and say, rewrite this in a tone that sounds real and authentic. Something would be possible for me to memorize in an interview. All right, let's wrestle with it. Perfect. All right, I've been in marketing for over 10 years, and I'm really passionate about building strategies that drive growth. I've led teams, managed campaigns across digital and traditional channels, and I love diving into data to make sure our efforts are really working. I've had a lot of success in improving customer acquisition and boosting brand visibility, whether through SEO, social media, or paid ads. At the end of the day, I'm all about creating marketing that not only hits business goals, but also really connects with people. See? Much more authentic, much more genuine. Something that you could add here if you wanted to, but you want to keep it short because you will be asked about this further along in the interview. But it might be worth highlighting here are any specific milestones that you've achieved your previous employment or any notable employers that you've worked for in the past, maybe the size of teams that you've managed in the past, and possibly anything else that would be relevant to that job opportunity. And what you could do, which I won't do here today, but you could take the job description after this chat right here, put it into ChatGPT and say, now here's the job description, tailor my elevator pitch to be aligned with this job description so that this way, you know what you're saying for a fact is exactly what the hiring manager is looking for and is in line with your actual experience. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks for listening. If you want me to help you craft your elevator pitch, drop a comment below and I will reach out personally. I'll help you craft your next big elevator pitch. All right, Nelly, back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Lacey. Unfortunately, with your pitch, you're going to have to memorize it. So before the interview, see if you have someone you can practice with. And if not, just try practicing in the mirror. Give it 3 or 4 tries just to make sure that you've got it down. Great, time to move on to number 3, create some humor. I know that this might sound weird, but hear me out. How do you generally create an impactful impression? Humor is an excellent way, and you can be both professional and funny. Here are some things you can do. If you have an interview on Zoom, try using a fun background like somewhere on a beach or on the moon or your favorite place. It creates a fun talking point at the beginning and you can really use it as an icebreaker. Use light humor to break the ice. Start with a casual, lighthearted comment related to the situation. For example, if you're having a virtual interview, you could say, I promise my dog won't steal the spotlight today unless he sees a squirrel. It's playful without being over the top, and it helps ease the tension. Okay, moving on to number 4, asking the right questions. The interview will feel much different if you're in the driver's seat asking the questions, because it's just as important that you get to interview the company just as they're interviewing you, right? So in the beginning of the interview, or even at the end, when they ask you that really tedious question, do you have any questions for me? Here are some questions you can ask that'll leave a lasting impression. What does success look like for someone in this role within the first 6 months? Can you tell me about the team I'll be working with and how they collaborate? What are the biggest challenges currently facing your team or department? Is there anything about my background that makes you hesitant to move forward with my application? These questions definitely show that you take the position seriously and are interested in building a career at that company. Now lastly, the big one. Tip number 5, share your enthusiasm and vision for the role. This might seem simple, but it's often overlooked. And actually, not a lot of people do this, which is weird because you'd think that sharing your excitement would be a no-brainer. For instance, when I was interviewing for my role here at Metaintro, I mentioned how excited I was about the company's focus on Web3 space at the intersection of content creation, and how that aligned with my personal passion. That personal note is important. Hiring managers want to see that you're not just qualified, but that you're genuinely excited about the opportunity. Towards the end of the interview, take a moment to express how much the role aligns with your passions and future goals. Be specific. Mention what excites you about the company's mission, culture, or the chance to solve certain challenges in the role. For example, you could say something like, I'm really excited about the opportunity to work here because I can see how my background, insert your skill, would allow me to contribute to insert specific company project or goal. I'm passionate about insert related field or project, and this role seems like a great place to take that passion to the next level. Not only does this show enthusiasm, but it also reassures the interviewer that you're committed for the long term, not just looking for another job. Just to recap, here are 5 insider tips to stand out in your next interview. 1. Research the company. 2. Nail the elevator pitch. 3. Add a bit of humor. 4. Ask the right questions. And 5. Share your enthusiasm for the role. Remember to hit the like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe for more career advice videos. Plus, don't forget, I'll be releasing that second video soon with tips on how to crush the later rounds of interviews. So stay tuned. Best of luck with your interview, and until next time, don't just watch, join the meta revolution with Metaintro.